Hello, movers and shakers. I'm Jae Burnham. Just wanted to talk to you guys today about having the right website. We're going to do some website critiques, show you the right ways, some wrong ways, go over exactly what you need and want for your website. Stay tuned. Hi, guys. I'm Jae Burnham, and this is the Six Figure Moving Academy. Welcome to our show. Today, I'm going to be talking to you and doing some moving reviews. But before we do that, I want to go over some of the website's do's and don'ts, if you will. Some of the things that you're going to want on your website. The first thing you're going to want on your website is, of course, your name and logo if you have one, but specifically your name, a prominent phone number at the top. So your logo and your phone number at the top. The phone number should be large. Your logo should not be very large. It should just be a small little logo with a large phone number. The reason for this is you want people to either call you or ask for a quote, okay? So what you want to get for is when they come to your landing page or your home page, there's only one option that you want them to do. You only want them to make one decision, and that's either to give you a call or fill out your free moving quote form. That's it. That's the only thing that you want to happen with your website. You don't want them to go check out a blog. You don't want them to go check out, click off your website to go check out your Yelp reviews. You don't want them to do anything except for give you a call and or fill out your Google quote form. Okay, so at the very front, at the very top, you're going to want your logo and a phone number. You do not want like little buttons going on there. Except for, and I'll show you where it's okay to have like the links to go click into your website. I'll show you exactly what I mean. But when we do some of the critiques, okay? But you do not want to have anything other than your logo and a phone number up there. Maybe your working hours under or in and around the phone number. That's okay. I really wouldn't do any. The more you add to your website, the more confusing it's going to be. It's more busy it's going to be. It's going to confuse your customers. And actually, it's going to make your website look ugly. And people are going to go, Bazoom. All right, so that's not what you want, right? So, good. From there, then you might have like a link board. You might have some links which says home, blog, whatever. That's kind of okay. In today's society, in today's environment on the website, what Google wants is very mobile friendly. So what Google wants is a lot of content on a landing page. They do not want, because we use a lot of mobile devices like phones and tablets, they don't want going into interior pages is okay. We want people to do it, but at the right times. For the most part, we want them to stay on the home page because it's simpler for the mobile people. And Google's really pushing mobile. So if it's mobile friendly and it's conducive to mobile, then that's great. So you got to think about what your customers see on their phone and what they see on a tablet. Right? I don't necessarily see that they do use mobile a lot. Most people use a desktop when they come to my website. That's just my statistics. Yours might be different. Google knows that most people though are going on their mobile phone looking for something. So it's got to be mobile ready. So going into interior pages is not really wise SEO, believe it or not. It's not good. We do want people to stay on our website. We do want them to stay engaged. But quite honestly, going into interior pages, unless it's like a blog or something, is not what Google or the search engines want anymore because they're trying to go for mobile. All right. So when your link, you should have like I forget what the actual word is. It's at the top of my head, but I can't spit it out. But it's like an anchor style link, and when you hit it, it goes down to a portion on your landing page, which we'll talk about it. Let's say you have services. It says you got a link that says services at the top. Someone clicks it, boom, it takes you down to the services section on your homepage, on your landing page, and it talks about your services. It doesn't take them into an interior portion of the website. It takes them down to a portion on the website. That's what Google wants and needs from you. And there's one guy that really does it well. We're going to be doing that towards the end of the reviews. and I'm going to show you his website. His name's Eric Works Moving and Storage. I'm going to show you his website. He'll be the last one that we do. But I'll show you how that works. And this is what Google's really going for, okay? So boom. So if you have the links are taking you down, but other than, I don't really think you really need links. What you need now is a nice section. It should be a photo of you with your trucks, and or a picture of a very smiling, happy family. Statistically, people want to see when they're coming to the moving trucks, there are two images that really trigger people wanting to use your moving company, and that's a smiling family, right? A mom, a dad, kids with dog, potentially, and a cat, whatever, but a smiling family. It doesn't really break it down between different races or ethnics, so don't worry about that. Just get a nice family on. If you want to use a black family, great. If you want to use an Asian family, great. If you want to use a white family, great. That's okay. It just got to be a smiling family. Okay? So a mom, a dad with kids, right? This is what triggers the pseudo reactions in the brain. That or a picture of your moving trucks with your logos and stuff on it. This is another thing, and I'm going to show you two different examples. Both of them are from great websites and how it works, okay? But on that picture, you should have, in very bold, one action, a button that says, get your free quote. Or you have a free quote form on that, so you got the picture, then you got some words maybe here, and then your free quote here, kind of thing. Or you just want a big old button that says, get your free quote. They hit the button. It takes them to the interior of your website, which then they could fill out a contact form or what have you. Now that is the appropriate way to get somebody to go into your site. You don't want them to bounce into your site, believe it or not. When you're doing now, if you're this is for service businesses and businesses, okay? This isn't for like a blog or someone to teach you how to do survival camping or bushcraft or mommy type blogs or whatever like that. That's not what we're trying to go for, right? This is for like actual businesses, okay? So that is the appropriate, is go to a contact form and stuff like that. That's absolutely 100% fine, and you should definitely do that. Okay, so that's a great way to get them into your site. Other than that's you really don't want. You want to stick them on the first page and have them. So you should have that first right above the fold, and the fold is basically from here to there. That's your fold. That space in between, when they're coming onto the computer, you can see basically where the computer stops, where they've got to scroll up. That's called the fold. It comes from the terminology from when they used to fold newspapers in half. So below the fold, people didn't really see. They had to flip over. What you wanted to do is you wanted the stuff above the fold, which was the front page of the newspaper. You want it above the fold. Same thing goes with your computer. So you want the stuff above the fold. So the first thing they should see is your logo, your name, your logo name, your phone number, a nice picture with a huge contrasting looking button that gets us get free quote here, or click here for free quote, or something like that. And then if they don't click it, they can scroll down and they can see your services and your testimonials. Another thing that's very useful and something you definitely should is be social proof. These belong to the groups that you belong to, or companies that you've done business with. So if you're a residential mover, having different mortgage company photos, if you've done business, let's say with Keller Williams, you would have that. If you wanted Tommy Range, you'd have that. Berkshire Hathaway, 21st Century, what have you. The BBB, Chambers of Commerce, AMSA, pro movers, whatever. All those buttons are social proof. You should definitely have that. Below that, testimonials. You want to have some testimonials. Video testimonials are best, but in lieu of video testimonials, regular written testimonials is fine. Preferably written testimonials that have a clickable link to the person's Facebook page or something like that. That way people know that they're not just random, willy-nilly, made up testimonials, but from verifiable people, right? Subconsciously, people are looking for that nowadays. I never recommend that you send anybody off of your website to go look at reviews. That is stupid, especially if you're sending them to Yelp. Do not have 4 reviews, click here, and then they hit the Yelp button, and now they're over in Yelp, and they're off your website. Bad, 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 bad. It's bad for SEO. It's bad for Google. Google hates it. And 2, it only helps Yelp because now they're on Yelp and they're going to get advertised by a bunch of different other moving companies, and you've lost that customer. Do not send your customers away. Keep them on your website. Okay? Keep them on your website. And then we'll go through some of the other things, but those are some of the major things. You definitely want to have testimonials. You definitely want to have your services, are your home commercial, labor, packing, unpacking, storage, what have you. You want to have your services. Then, of course, you want to have a place for them to know where you're at, your location, a map maybe of where you're located at, or if you have different service areas, maybe you will have another page or a little place that shows your different service areas, have a landing page that will go to, let's say, like there's one company called Matt's Moving. He's got locations in 3 different states, and he's got a landing page for each one of those cities that he belongs to, and that's fine. And each of the landing pages looks exactly like the homepage of like his main website. So that's awesome. So basically, you go from there, and that's really what you want on your website. And then at the very bottom, another call to action for them to either call you or fill out a free estimate. Okay, that's what you want on your website. You don't want to send them to a blog necessarily. You could put at the very bottom maybe links to a blog or someone like that. That's absolutely fine. But when they come to your homepage, you do not want to send them anywhere else except for maybe a contact form for a free quote. Or if you've got like a whole system of those, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you've got a blog, which is awesome, and people are finding your website from a blog, absolutely fine. But from the blog, you'd be sending them to the free quote. If they're coming in through your blog, absolutely 100% fine, totally fine. But you do not want to send them from your website, from your landing page to a blog. All right, totally wrong thing. People will go from your website to your blog page, and then they'll leave. If they don't like the article, or maybe they didn't like something, you're just wasting it. You'd rather come in from the blog to your website, not your website to your blog. All right. So that the blog should be blog is something that you do for lead generation. That's what should be bringing people in. You don't want to be sending people to a blog. You want to bring them from the blog to your website. That is the proper way that you want to do it. Okay, good. So I'm back. I apologize for that. So that's what the proper use of a blog is. You really don't want to be sending them to a blog from your website. The only actions that you want when they come to the website is either call you or fill out your free estimate quote form. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to do some. I'm going to be doing some reviews, some critiques. Oh, one other thing, something that I just came up to learn, and this is something that it took me 10 years to learn. I don't know why it took me so long, but it did, and it took me looking at the stats, Google Analytics. I was looking at Google Analytics the other day with my stats, and I noticed that a lot of people were coming to my website, and then from my website, they were going to my moving rates page, and the page where I had all my moving rates filled out, right? So they would go from that page to my rates page, and then they would be gone. They wouldn't call me. They wouldn't fill out. A quote form. Hey, kitty. Sorry, pretty girl. Come on, get away. There we go. So they would fill out they wouldn't fill out a quote. They wouldn't give me a call. So I find it out. And then I started looking at some of the people who are doing like millions of dollars or more in business. And I realized that they don't have a page that tells them about their rates. And then something just twinged. I should just get rid of this page. So I did. I got rid of the page. I really suggest you too. Everybody says when they do, it really racks up the phone calls. I haven't seen an uptick of phone calls yet, but I'm still keeping track of that. We'll see what happens. But I got rid of that page because now, you know, they're coming in and they're not going to go to the rates and then not like the rates and boom. The only thing they got to do if they like me is they're going to give me a call, which then gives them on the phone and gets me to get an in-person estimate, or I sell them on the phone. So now it's up to me, right? So I've got to up my sales game if they call me, right? So there you go. That's just another point. So let's get into, let me minimize myself here. I'm going to minimize myself and we're going to get into the reviews. So I've set up here. We're going to go to this one first. Now, all these people have given me permission, by the way, to do reviews of their website. So I am not doing these reviews and people are like, "Wah!" So these are I've all been given permission. Now here's one called Fresh Start Moving Services. They're in South Jersey, which is great. They got a great logo, but look at right here in this section right here. It is so busy. I mean, where's the phone number? Oh, there it is. I mean, it's so busy that it's hard to find. They should get rid of all this. This should be down around the fold area. That thing. This is fine, but it's mixed in with everything like this chat button. Chat is great. You should definitely hook up chat if you can, but the chat should be a pop-up at the bottom of the page. So like down right around here, you should pop that up and the chat button and so on and so forth. This is fine. That's absolutely fine. But then he's got this here and it's ugly. First of all, there's so many colors. There's blue, there's yellow, white, green, there's real no consistency in the logo or fonts. He's got a different font here, different font here, different font here. This is a different font. So there's no consistency in his fonts, no consistency in colors. You got the green here, and then you got this green gray, and then you got the blue, yellow, and red. It's just, and this red, the reds on here are like, they want to pop off. They make me start doing like, friggin' flashbacks or something. It's just, this, honestly, this looks like an old HTML website. It's not an attractive website. I know this guy. I know he does a great job. But quite honestly, if I see this website and I looked at maybe a couple other websites first, I'm going to bounce right off of this because it's just too much. It's just too much. This is nice. This quote form, but it's huge. It goes like way down. That's too much. Too much. Name, last name, phone numbers, email, that kind of thing, address maybe, and then, or just name and email with a button that sends them to an interior page, which has this form, right? That's totally 100% acceptable, right? I could see that, or just a button right here in the middle of the right here in the middle of the website says get your free quote now, boom, and another button that says call us now, so you can have like one of those click to call buttons next to your quote button. That's totally fine. But you got this quote form here and it says request a free quote. Okay, I hit the request a free quote. It looks like a button, nothing happens. So then you got this pay online. It's just like, you're asking the guy paying, you haven't even sold him yet. The phone number is hidden in between everything like this. It's not the phone number should be over here, his logo over here, and then down here should be a nice little picture with his moving truck, with crew, or a picture of a family with maybe this right here, this button says get a free quote right in the middle. This, again, we're talking It's hard to read. You got white on this thing with the green text. You don't know if it's a link. Could you hit that button? See, this looks like a clickable. It does go, but it's like it's hard to tell. So, I mean, he's got a website and he's got this. This is really cool. I like this. I would prefer just the button, and it sends me to a page which I can do all this myself. But that's me. And then you scroll down, you still got the free quote, but then you got all this empty space here not being filled. He could have had testimonials here, some video testimonials, written testimonials, so on. So there's a lot of space that I'm still scrolling down the website. And then we come down to this. Boom. And then he's got how many people have come to his website. Bad. Get rid of that. That's the worst thing. This, get rid of that. That's horrible. This, great. That's social proof, but that should have been up further. This is just not a good website, and there's a lot of space being wasted. There's a lot of the different colors, different text, different fonts. It's just a mess. There's a lot of good things going. There's a lot of great potential. This is confusing. Quite honestly, these pictures just make it look like all one big picture. You got apartments next to a senior living, which both look like apartments. And then he's got this huge house, which looks like an apartment. Then you got this commercial building, and then it says healthcare, and this looks like a commercial building. So when you just look at the pictures, it really doesn't say what he does, right? Or what he's providing. He doesn't need to do senior living and an apartment. Residential, I would just have a regular house, not a big old mansion. It's confusing. It's like one picture 5 different times. So this is just one of those not great ones. This is the worst one. I've seen some really bad ones, but this is far better than a website that when the movers that don't even have websites or are just, but a lot to do here. It's too busy. And he could really upgrade it. I could really do a number on his thing that really make this really look a lot better. But ultimately, he's got a website. He's got the quote form. So he's got the bare bones of a great website. I like the logo. The logo's nice. Fresh Start Moving Station with the arrow pointing up. That's perfect. The name is great. Fresh Start Moving Services. Clever name. Moving Surfaces tells what he did. The logo's good. I like the colors of the logo. I like that there's 2 colors in the logo. It's just, with everything else, it's just way too much. Too many colors. Too many. This looks like a button. Get rid of that. Put this down under. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Move that down. Instead of this, have maybe this with services or something. But you'll see later on how we improve. Okay. But all in all, don't want to be smashing this guy because there's a lot of good things he does, and he does at least have a website, which is great. And I like that he puts his movers numbers up here, which a lot of moving companies don't do, unfortunately. So get right there. Now here's another a website, and this one's a little bit better than the last one. However, you got this Call Us, which is good, but then the numbers are really, really small and dinky. Again, you're dealing with 2 different kind of You're dealing with 2 different fonts. You got one font here with this font. They're not the same fonts. Then you got this font, which is different than this, again, you're dealing with a bunch of different colors. You should have like a major color, 2 major colors with an accent color. Like white should be their accent color. At least they have their phone up here. They do have this, which is great. I really don't like the font that they used. I think they should have used a cleaner instead of this looks as Arial bold font, which I would have probably just used an Arial. Definitely that. This is a great picture of them doing a move. These guys are laborers. They got this free quote here that looks like a bubble, but this thinking bubble kind of thing, but there's nobody over here thinking. This should actually be more over in this area here. They should make this picture bigger so it like really feels like this whole area. You got this thing here. This is fine, but it's got that, it's got that translucence here. I'd get rid of that. I'd either make it a gray, but I wouldn't make it gray because it's too many colors. I like this up here. This is all better than nothing. They're first choice movers. It's not really a logo. It's just their name, but it's great. Your choice. I like that. Your choice movers. That should be in the yellow part. Maybe they should go to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and get a quick logo made up with their business colors for like $5. Spend $10 and they can get a logo. That's what I would do. But this free quote should be bigger. It should be over here. This picture, if they're going to use it, should be bigger. Should be like most of this page. And then this should be like, this stuff should be down below the fold. And again, they're using way too many fonts, way too many colors. It's confusing. They got white here, blue, yellow, gray, dark gray, black. Then you go down here, and again, Eastern Ontario's moving labor specialist. That's great. Again, way too many fonts. This is better than the last one. I would make their phone number here. I would make that bigger, bolder. Keep to one font, maybe one or two fonts. Keep the colors consistent. Have 3 colors max. 1, 2, and 3 colors, like blue and yellow with white as their accent color. Get rid of the grays. White would be the accent color. So, and again, you got all this side stuff. This free quote, this is awesome that they got it. But again, it should be more prominent right up here. Like right up, right where this young lady is here in the picture. Should be like right there, prominent. But other than that, much better. Good job with you guys on that one. Okay, now we're getting a little bit better. This right here, this little section right here, I'd get rid of it. This should go down. You shouldn't have that. Move the picture up. I get rid of this, all this right here. That's that's just not good. Put that below the fold, or have a little, you'll see later, have it where it goes down. That's clickable to other things. This is a great photo, but I would put them in front of a truck, not a storage. This is good, but this should be down here in the picture, and it should be a thing. Get rid of this. This should be down further below the fold, but that's good that they got this. This is ugly. This logo is ugly. I'd, again, spend $5-10 at Fiverr and get this really upgraded. Not only that, this whole thing looks like you cut and paste it and slapped it up there, and it doesn't look natural. This whole section, this whole black section should be thinner. Get rid of this, make this thinner, put the white up there. I like the black and white. Again, the logo should be white, not black on white on black. So that should do it again. But it's a lot better. This is good, but this should be down towards the bottom. Then see, this is what they should see. This is kind of what they should see right here. Like right there. That is what their front page. Here's this, like this should, their logo should be here. Their phone number should be here. Right. You got the guys. You got this. Is great. But instead of this, I'd put this as a button for free quote. You notice they got this up here, which doesn't move. Let's see. I just clicked it. Let's see what happens. Yeah. And then it goes, I would actually that's great. But I would have that free estimate again. Instead of this, have like the free estimate, like right here, big button. Click here for free estimate. Boom, right there. They should have a truck, not the guys, but a truck. The guys in front of the truck is fine, but not just the guys, or a smiling family. And then they come down. This is good. Dedicated professional moving thing. Another button that clicks in. This is good. Context free estimate. That's okay. I like that they got this photo. Again, so all in all, we're getting things. Now, here's where I disagree with. You could have the thumbtack award. That's great. But I guarantee you click that button. You click this and it's going to take you to thumbtack. Or maybe not. Okay. This says that it's got 50 reviews. Great. That doesn't tell me. You could show that you got 5 stars for 50 reviews. Like, there's a lot better. This would have been a better social proof. That is great for social proof, but you should have more like Chamber of Commerce. If you're licensed and insured, your local movers association, AMSA, pro movers, real estate companies, etc. And then you got the contact form, which is great, but there's again, we're talking too many colors. You got blue, black, white, yellow, gray. At least they're sticking to one or two fonts, which is fine. That's okay. So all in all, we're getting better. It's definitely mobile friendly. Definitely looks good on mobile. So that's better. It could be improved. A lot of improvements there, but still much better. Good. Now here we're going with a little bit better one. I don't like the colors. The colors indicate to me like a knitting circle or a mommy blog or something like that. And again, we got this logo here. That's a logo on white on the purple or magenta or whatever you want to call it. It looks, again, like you clip art. You clipped it on. This is great. We're open. Call now. Great. Notice how large that number is. It's prominent. You got your logo. Boom. This is good. I like the layout of this. I don't like the colors. That's just me personally. I don't like, see, you got the logo here of black on white with a blue accent, and then you got the purple website. I mean, what's the colors you're going for, and what's the, if your logo is black on white with blue accent, then that's what the colors of your website should be, not purple. I like this. This is great. Weekly specials. However, it's hard to read with that picture, so maybe you should have either popped it out with like a black outline or something like that, or did a fade behind it so it fades out the picture a little bit. This is great. Call us. Again, call us. Another call the thing. I like the picture itself with the truck and the thing. You can definitely see it. The pictures, I've seen the picture before, so I know it's a clip art type picture. I know it's a standard, just stock photo. So that's kind of could work against you, but still it's better. I like that you got your reviews, but here you click on this rate biz and it sends you off the website. Don't do it. Don't send anybody off. Fortunately, there's nobody else's website being promoted on this, but it's still bad. Don't do it. You can, don't have it clickable offside your website. All you're doing is helping Rate-A-Biz. You're not helping you. Okay? If the good thing is that they click it and it opens up a new tab, which is good because that means your website's still open. Then they got their services. What I would do with the services, I would add pictures above the services. Like if you got freight shipping, you could have like a freight moving. Then you got moving and storage. So what's different between moving and storage? I would just make that storage, make this moving, maybe make this commercial. Then you got shipping. I mean, you got freight shipping and the domestic shipping. It should just be shipping. And then it should just be moving, and it should be storage. If you're going to do break moving up, turn it into residential versus commercial. And then you got this, which is great. Happy customers. I like that. People may or may not scroll on that. Great. Then you got this little bit of information, which is good. There should be a lot more content on your website than there is. There should be like 2,000 to 5,000 words of content with pictures and so on and so forth, which you got pictures, but you should put videos. This is better than nothing. And then he goes down here, and then at the very bottom, obviously, we have request a quote. That's awesome. That's great. You got the Thumbtack Service Provider Awards. Great. I would make sure that you put some sort of social proof up around here. You got this maybe just before the services section. Have like a bar here that gives a social proof like Rate-A-Biz, Thumbtack, BBB, what have you. Put some more social proof. You got Rate-A-Biz, which does show your reviews, which is great. That's awesome. I like that. I would really just get rid of this and just leave the reviews. That, that's awesome. I would get a picture of the person who's doing the reviews if you can. Put a picture of somebody. That makes it a bit more believable and more engageable. So just having a review doesn't, right? If you have a picture of the person who left the review, that's much more powerful than just the reviews. And then you've got so that's very good. Now we're going to get into Matt's Moving, and I really like this website a lot. This is one of the best ones. I really like it. It says get packing, get moving, get mats. I like that. Very clickable. But you know what? It's very small. It's very, very small. He doesn't put a lot of emphasis on it. What he's putting the emphasis on, that top line, is the phone, right? It's got the 1-800 number with 24/7. I don't like these buttons, although that's great. People are liking it, but they're clickable, which means it sends people off his page, off his website. So I don't like that. Not at the very top, anyway. At the bottom, that would be fine. But at the very top is not great. Twitter, again, you're sending them off your website. Not smart. That's not a very smart thing. Because now they're on Twitter, and now they're going to get all involved in Twitter. They'll go to their homepage, like this. And now Matt's is gone. And now the good thing is, again, it's opening in a new tab. It's not just, thing. But look at the video. Then he's got this bar, which does send people into a thing. He's got this quote, and it's highlighted. So you got all this, and then get a quote. You know what I mean? And then he's got his logo, and his logo's small. It's not a huge logo, but it's that's not what he's emphasizing. What he's emphasizing is call, get a quote, and then get packing, get moving, get mats, call us, boom, 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 or get a quote. One thing is I would turn this quote button bigger. I would make that a bigger button. But he's got this video, which is awesome. Got his trucks rolling up. That's powerful. That's a powerful thing. And then notice how he's got everything segmented off. He's sticking to the Saint. He's leaving it. He's only got, he's got, his logo's got a thing, but the colors in his logo are the same colors on his website. He's got the red, white, and blue, right? Blue is the accent color. He's got red and white. That's the majority of his website. But the blue is the accent color, right? I would see how that turns blue. I don't like that it turns blue. I'd probably have that turn white and have this button blue on that. And a lot bigger. Then he's got this. I like this. Watch. You getting this? Turns blue. Red, white, and blue. See the theme? Blue is his accent color. Red and white is his colors, with the blue is the accent. Boom. Residential movers. He's got this logo. A lot of thing. Again, turns blue. Boom. You got more information, so he can go in. That's great. Again, that's not what Google's really looking for, but that's fine the way he's got it. Again, nice picture of a woman with that's saying, our customers find freedom of accomplishment. Boom. That simple line. It's very simple. Get a free, then right after that, get a free, no obligation quote. Again, he's sticking to his color scheme. Red, white, blue. Again, another picture of a thing. More customers choose Matt's Moving for their moving needs. Okay. Great. Now prove it. Now have like a button here for testimonials or something, or have a testimonial there. I would have, instead of this picture, I would just make that white. This heading, put the heading there, make the heading actually centered with a nice video or even two or three videos right there. With like video testimonials. I mean, if you're going to have that, then let me see the testimonials. Again, this is top quality. Then you got our movers love what we do. And you got a picture, and he's got a scroll picture, so you can see some of his guys in action, his trucks, how his trucks are loaded in, how it looks. This is awesome. This is great. Professional movers, fully equipped truck, licensed and bonded, great. Then he's got our services. I would have loved to see some like pictures on this, but this works just as fine. Then he's got a commercial, friendly, affordable. This is great. Now at the bottom, he's got the reviews. I think he missed an opportunity earlier because for the reviews. It just, now you got to scroll to the very bottom basically. One thing I don't like is this. Again, you hit the button, it sends you off. Doesn't even go, not good. His website's gone. He's obviously spending money on, nope, he's not spending money. I can now go to College Muscle Movers. I see some of the reviews. He got some good ones, some bad ones. But now, you move me, Minneapolis. I now can click on you move me and I'm gone. So I don't like that he's got that button that sends him off his website, especially when it takes him literally off. It doesn't even open a separate button. It just takes him off. He's got the Facebook stuff. This is where you should have your Facebook, your Google, your LinkedIn and stuff like that. That's absolutely fine. This is absolutely fine here. Notice on that very first, that fresh start, he had the credit cards right there on the front page, right at top. Not where you should put it. You should put it down here, right? Because this is one of the last things that people are going to look at and say, oh yeah, I can take credit card, right? That's going to be one of the last things. He's got his so on and so forth. He's got his blog. Here's where you can have your blog links. That's awesome. 10 years in business, celebrating 10 years in business. That's awesome. I like that badge. I might actually steal that because I've been in 10 years. But he keeps it moving. I think it's a little bit too busy. There's a lot of stuff here that he doesn't need, and stuff where he misses opportunities or something. But all in all, great website. Now we're going to go to the final website that I like. And show you. And this comes for Works Moving. This is a problem here. His logo gets chopped off. That's the one thing that I don't like about that. His logo should be up here in this blue section. And it should be smaller. Put his logo up here. Now we're going to talk about this in a second, but notice he's got this here. I think his phone number should be bigger, but still it's right there. Then he's got this little pop-up says, yes, free move planning guide. I think that's great, but I think because it's way over here on the side, people are going to just get bothered by it because now I can't see it. So if he's going to do it, he should just have that pop-up pop right up in the middle. Secondly, I don't think he should just have it downloaded for free, which he does. If you're going to download it for free, great, but at least have them leave their email message. And now he's collecting their emails. When he collect the guide. Now people have to get rid of it to see it. So I think that's a little bit bothered, but this is great. This is, we give Atlanta residents stress-free moving guaranteed June. And then he's got thing, call us, right? Get a quote, and then services. I would get rid of services because you already have services up here, and that's not what you want them to do anyway, because this button is just going to send them down below the fold to the services section. So that's ridiculous and it's redundant. What you do want is I would make these two buttons bigger, get the quote and call us bigger, and put them up there. But notice he's got a picture of a smiling family here, whereas Matt's moving had his moving truck and crew. Those are the two images that people want to see. All right. Now, when you hit these buttons, this is what I like. I hit services, boom, sends me down to the services section. He's got pictures of services. Yes, these are a couple stock photos, but this is his actual warehouse. So that's nice. Specialty items. This is really his warehouse. I've been there. I know. And you got learn more. And then so on and forth. Get a quote. You hit a quote. It takes you down to the quote form. Get the quote. Name, email, phone, message. Get a quote. Boom. And it's got the number again. Reviews. Right? Okay. It didn't do it. Should have gone to reviews. There it goes. Goes to reviews. Let our clients do the talking. We just love our customers. Good. So now you notice he has pictures of his customers with their testimonial, right? Then he's got video testimonials, a featured customer, more testimonials with their picture, right? And so on and so forth. Then he's got regular thing. But he adds, notice that he does it and he's got pictures of it. So it makes it more believable. Plus he has this one video testimony. He's got these video testimonials. Very, very smart. So we go back to the home page. So you get our reviews. It does send them to a different page. So does our team, which is fine. But the services and get quote actually sends them down. Again, the next thing he has, ask trusted by, right? You know, this is great. This is all social proof. With all these realtors. Then he's got a client testimonial. Then he's got that free guide that keeps popping up, bump, 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 which is great. Yes, I want the free guide. If I hit the free guide, what I would like to see him do is collect the email. I think he's missing an opportunity to be able to promote to these guys. Whether they're a customer or not, he can now promote on his email list to them all year round, forever. Then he's got his services. Then he's got a commercial, very like Matt's movie. And then he's got more social proof. He's AMSA. Here, learn more. Why a pro mover. Boom. They're accredited with the BBBA. Learn more. Then he's International Association. More social proof. Are you ready for a great movie? This is where I think he missed out a little bit. This could be done a little bit better. Then you've got this nice family here, which is great. This is not Eric, but this is a great family picture. That's awesome. And then more testimonials than the thing. This is the best website in general. So if you're going to do it, go to mattsmoving.com or worksmoving.com. Works right there is spelled WIRKX. And really model after those two websites. And I think you guys are going to have a great thing. Great experience. I think your website's going to be good. Anyway, guys, that's my moving site critiques. This is just the first move thing. Remember, I'm going to be doing a whole series about rebuilding my website and another website. So watch how I do it. So we're going to be doing a whole thing about building a website start to finish. But the first thing is start looking at different websites, critique them, and go from there. And then to get an idea of what website you're going to build from and get an idea. Other than that, I think we're done with the move. If you guys like this video, thank you very much. Please share this with your family, friends. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you share it. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Right next to the subscribe button is the bell icon. Every time I do a new video, we will then get notified of when I do those videos. Other than that, guys, this has been a long video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you got any questions at all, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Make sure you visit these fine people if they're in your area. Go and talk to them about their website. Say hi, say you saw them here. All right, guys, thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.